Hi, this is Graham Jeacocke. Atheist parents should be thankful to God of the Bible, because as parents you have to raise children, and what history has demonstrated, in some cultures raising a girl was seen as bad. Some cultures, they even killed them because they were not beneficial. Anyway, back to our age. Now, atheist parents are willing to sacrifice their daughter or daughters for the ritual of sexual gratification, and in some cases it can lead to death. Now, prostitution is one form of it, and personal sexual freedom is another way. Now, the most famous account, well, not the most famous, but it's well known, is the death of Freddie Mercury. Because of sexual gratification, he coveted sexual gratification. Death happened. But back to atheist parents. Now, God of the Bible issued commands to protect your child or children, that a man or a teenager or whatever would respect the value of a woman's body, or a girl's body, or a teenage body. Now, atheistic cultures, we see it in films, and we see it through holidays. Ibiza. What goes on in Ibiza, I wonder? 666. What happened to Tom Cruise in The Firm? He saw a girl on the beach, and what happened? Well, we all know what happened. He became unfaithful to his wife. It doesn't matter if it was set up, the point still happens. Atheists permit flirtation. You see, atheism has not created guidelines to help other atheists. You see, the church has created guidelines to help Christians, but atheism cannot join together. You know, John Lennon sang, "Power to the people." Well, in John Lennon's worldview, there is no such thing as a people, because they have not come together as one. They have come together as one for the purpose of the thing they are protesting about. But that is pointless, because with any protest you have to try to get on with people, otherwise you're just going to fall apart. That's why protests fail. The difference between the church is they are all guided by Jesus Christ. They have focus on Jesus Christ. Anyone watch The Karate Kid? The original version, 1984. Miyagi says, "Focus, Daniel-san. Focus." Now, Christians focus on Jesus, and when they want to deal with a problem in the world, they do it for a purpose. You see, it's stronger because there's guidelines for Jesus. Whereas if you're just protesting because you've just decided, well, we'll do something like this, you're going to get conflicts of interest on how to do it. You see, this can also be demonstrated in the translations of the Bible, because each translation, they have a purpose, and they don't want to deviate from that purpose. They're trying to create the most reliable Bible. Now, back to this sex business. So, this is rather bizarre. Atheists claim we don't need God to be moral or to be ethical or to be loving. But I've not heard any signs of gratitude or thankfulness that God tried. He at least tried to get people to treat others with respect. Now, you as a parent respect your children, and you want others to respect your children. So why are parents who are atheists not stand up and say the good things of God? All they ever do is seem to promote the bad side. Well, I promote the bad side of your lifestyle. You need harmony. You can't receive good news if you don't listen to bad news. You see, an athlete, right, has a coach. Now, an athlete can say, I'm doing things my way, right? And a coach comes in and says, I'm giving you some advice, boy. You will pay attention to it, or you will never be successful in being an athlete. Now, the athlete can choose to say, you've not got any evidence that your ways are greater than what I'm currently doing. But here's the thing, neither did the athlete who began by living his way. He had to act out, he had to exercise in the way he wanted to. And he made mistakes, and he then adapted those mistakes. Now, atheism is under this curse. Atheism can be at times proud, and Christians can be proud too. But here's the thing. You have to take life and be very critical of it. You just can't live by your way. You know, Frank Sinatra was wrong. His signature tune was I Did It My Way. Yes, Frank, you did it your way. And where did it end? Now, why do these intelligent atheists not promote the good side of what they have read in the Bible? I mean, If you want a balance to your critical thinking, do you not need to weigh out the negatives and positives? Are you that insecure? Can you not do that? Anyway, all I'm saying is, when your daughter has a new boyfriend, you have to check the belief of that boyfriend. Now, does your daughter like to date Christians, or does your daughter like to date atheists or non-believers in general? So, there you go, there you have it. I'm not going to say anything more. I don't think I need to. You are all observant of what's happening in the world with sex. You know that problems exist through sex. Now, you can say sex is fun, but to killers, killing can be fun. So to say that something can be justified because it's fun is not really truly being intelligent or honest. Anyway, let us depart by being friendly to one another, but disciplining one another for the sake of God or humanity. Well, God cares for humanity, but if atheists do not permit themselves to say God is responsible, then do it for the sake of humanity. And even atheists do not want to do it for the sake of humanity, because they have no authority to intervene in another person's lifestyle. You see, that is the other flaw of atheism. Atheists do not have the authority to influence or discipline another person. And that is why Jesus Christ can turn all that around, because Jesus can change the heart of the coldest person. You see, Saul of Tarsus was a zealot and he was a Jew, but he became an extremist. You know, just like the terrorists we see in our modern life. He may never had the means of making bombs or whatever, but the same outcome was achievable. Death. He wanted to end somebody's life. Now, if God can stop extremism, then why on earth are atheists not taking God of the Bible seriously? I mean, do atheists want terrorism to continue in their lives? No, I'm serious. Do you want terrorism to continue in your life? Because you're doing your damnedest to ensure that it does. You're restricting options, how a person can see that there is hope despite terrorism. You see, it's one thing to say, I wish no terrorism exists, but there is another greater thing to say there is a hope despite terrorism. You see, Freddie Mercury, right, in his final days, had hope in music. Despite his bleak outcome, there was this hope somewhere that music made sense. But this is very pale in comparison to the hope that we have in Jesus. So, despite this suffering, there is hope. Anyway, I'll let you go. Enjoy your day.